This is our second webinar in our full package webinar series, and we're very excited today to have our friends from SoftPro joining us. In case you are new to these webinars with us, as a reminder, we do record them, so if you have to jump off, we know you've got lots of other work happening right now, so if you have to jump off, they are recorded, and we'll be able to send that to you afterwards. If you're watching the recorded version of this, please check the notes and the links so that you can get in contact with our two presenters today. I'm really excited to have with me, as usual, Heather Lunsford on our Bowe Digital team co-hosting these webinars. And then we've also got Patrick Mann and Elliott Potts with SoftPro to talk to us about, what our customers should know about SoftPro right now. SoftPro has always been a really good partner to Bowe Digital, but also you guys have a lot going on right now. And so, Pat, I'll turn it over to you to kind of give a little bit of background on SoftPro, in case some of these folks, there's a chance that a couple of them aren't current customers of yours, but maybe are shopping around. So I'll let you give them a little bit of background, introduce you and Elliott some more, and get started here.
Thanks, Wayne. Thanks, Heather. It's great to be here and appreciate the opportunity to share some information about SoftPro. For those of you that don't know about SoftPro, SoftPro's been around since 1984. Obviously we started back in the DOS days and transitioned to Windows around the turn of the century, the 20th century anyways, 21st century. And then, as we've grown over time, SoftPro now has about 445 employees as of today. We are more than just your typical run-of-the-mill title production and closing application. We have, many other services that, help enhance the platform for title companies and attorneys, lenders, builders, anybody that's going to use the software. Services like the reconciliation service, custom development, consulting. So we kind of run the gamut across, any of the things that our customers may need in the industry. I've been with SoftPro a little bit over 23 years, and I'm the manager of key accounts. And I oversee sales in a few other states as well. But essentially, I typically work with larger opportunities, anybody that has 30 plus or more employees. And then that's really kind of it on the short side of things. I mean, I could probably talk an hour about SoftPro and what we're all about, but some of the things that we've been working on, and Elliott will comment on some of this stuff as well, but really 3 new products that we've recently released or are about to release in the next couple of weeks. The first being SoftPro Banking, a wire integration with various lenders across the country. SoftPro Sign, which is a full e-signing platform that also has RON capabilities. And another new product called SoftPro Protect, a best-in-class cybersecurity offering. With a company called Complex. So that's kind of what we've got going on today, and we can talk a little bit about SoftPro Banking if you'd like.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and jump in. Hello everyone. Thank you, Wayne and Heather, for having me. My name is Elliott Potts. I'm development manager here at SoftPro. I've been at SoftPro for I think 9 years now, right about there. And worn different hats, but for the last several been with the custom development team, and we focus on any type of integration that's not 360 related, so more focused and or related to trust accounting type integrations is what we work on. One of the products that we've been working on for the last several years is SoftPro Banking, which Pat mentioned. It's a designed to allow you to receipt in your incoming wires directly into your ledgers within SoftPro Select, and be able to post, approve, and then disperse your outgoing wires, for our integrated banks. So doing all that work that you typically would have done, via your bank's portal, instead now you're able to stay within SoftPro Select through an add-on module that we've created, be able to view all of those wires that have been received into your trust account, work up your orders over time as you're ready to disperse, enter all that information that you probably already have in SoftPro, and then be able to, create those outgoing wires. You can create multi-level approval process depending upon the dollar amount of the wire. All has custom permissions around it, so you control on who has access to view information, who has access to take actions with it as well, and then be able to securely send that information to the bank. We're currently integrated with 3 different banks, with First American Trust, City National Bank, Fifth Third Bank is just going into pilot, and then we're going to be working on Bank United later this year. So those are our first ones, and then we're always looking to add new banks as well. So it's been very successful thus far. You know, the time savings I think has really been beneficial to our users that are on the platform. You know, we started the first pilots. You know, customers started probably the end of last year is really when they first started working on it. So we've definitely improved, and the process has gotten a lot better. And now we're just, you know, the platform is very steady, and so we're just looking at adding banks at this point. So we'd love to show you more information about it, or if you just want to, you know, do some fact finding on your own, you can on our website, you know, softprocorp.com/softpro-banking. You can see that information about the platform, and there's a short demo on there as well. So.
What's your response from customers so far? Are they loving most beyond? What are they loving most beyond just saving time?
Well, saving time is the big thing. Not having to rekey that data, but then just kind of the ease and the controls that they have around it, right? So, you know, once we have it installed, it's very much like, you know, it gets installed like any other add-on product to SoftPro Select. So the install is very simple. Then once we get it up and running for them, we go through a training process, you know, and that includes demo walkthroughs and instruction on how to do it. And then, you know, and then they really have the controls. The permissions are very much the same as how they control for everything else that users do in SoftPro. So it makes it very, you know, kind of simulated with how they're using the rest of SoftPro Select.
Yeah, I think one of the biggest advantages is the fact that they're all doing it from one platform. They're no longer leaving SoftPro to go to their banking platform, log into there, execute the wires from there, going back to SoftPro, and so on and so forth. I think that's kind of been the biggest win with regards to the time savings.
And Pat, maybe talk a little bit about SoftPro Protect. I know that, you know, especially during the pandemic, fraud and increases of you know, criminals trying to get into everything we're involved in, the title industry specifically, has been increasing tenfold or more. Why was SoftPro Project something that you guys have been working on, and what should people know about that particular product right now?
Sure. A couple of things. I mean, obviously, you know, our parent, you know, corporate or parent company, Fidelity National Financial, is obviously hyper focused on security. And in the course of doing their due diligence, they came across a company called Complex, and we started, you know, having some conversations with them, and we were really able to find a very cool synergy between us having the expertise in the title industry and them having the expertise in the cybersecurity industry. And we basically, you know, helped and worked with them to develop, you know, basically 3 core competencies. You know, managed detection and response. You know, kind of managing the entire network, external and internal, managing all of the endpoints and in keeping track of everything that's going on. External attack, you know, surface assessments, you know, just going out there and trying to find any loopholes or any vulnerabilities, you know, from the outside trying to come into their environment. And, you know, maybe the third other, you know, core competency was, you know, advisory services, essentially for small to mid-sized companies that don't have, you know, the economic resources to pay, you know, a CTO or a CIO. these advisory services are like having a virtual CISO, a virtual chief information security officer. And, they do a lot of consulting. They do a lot of testing and the 24/7 monitoring of all of the endpoints in the network across all applications, not just SoftPro. So this has become a very exciting product that we're able to offer at a very, very affordable price, even for the small to mid-sized title agencies. So we're pretty excited about it. We definitely do a lot of, it's more of a consultative type product where they can kind of build on to the services that they may want to take advantage of. But they can do like an active security assessment. They can take a look at, Active Directory and things like that. Build out a score to see what kind of score do you have on a security level, and where are the areas that you can improve and make it a better, more secure environment for essentially your most prized possession, your data.
And you hit the nail on the head. I get asked all the time for all kinds of products in the industry. Is it meant for the smallest of companies, the largest of companies? This one in particular, you guys really built for anyone in the industry, right? I mean, SoftPro Project is really
Yeah.
anyone you can take advantage of it.
Absolutely. From a one user, attorney shop, I mean, that attorney may have other products and services, their time and billing software, their HR software, their accounting software. It's not just for SoftPro, it's for the entire, all of the applications. And it is scaled in a price structure that makes it affordable for them to do.
That's great.
Yeah, can we talk a little bit about SoftPro Sign? How are customers using that tool? And if they haven't heard about it yet, what should they know?
Well, what they should know, and it's actually in the final stages of pilot, we do anticipate a mid-July global release. Don't hold me to that. I'm not a developer. I am not in the know. That's the last date I heard. I actually have a specific date, but I'm not definitely not going to. But essentially, everybody's looking for integrated e-signing platforms. Obviously, over the last 2 years, the needle has really moved on the ability or the inability, and now the ability to be able to e-sign various closing documents and even take that to the next level and do the RON type transaction or the hybrid transaction. So we were able to leverage an existing platform that was available, and we were able to brand it as SoftPro Live, and it's a full e-signing experience. We use like black ink and we use white ink, So if you open up a document in SoftPro and it already has a signature line on there, it's already available to be e-signed. You don't have to tag it or drag and drop a label on it or anything like that. But you then also have the ability to view these documents in the portal and be able to drag and drop. Oh, I want a checkbox here. I want initials here. I want a date added here. So you have that ability as well. You have the ability to template documents so that certain documents that may come from a lender, you can apply the templates and it will apply the signature, where they need to go. And then also, in addition to the whole e-sign, it has a full RON capacity as well via DocVerify. And probably the most important thing is the cost is very, very affordable. Again, it isn't something we're looking to, break sales records on. It's adding to the service offering that SoftPro has and expanding that through our 360 platform to give more access to more agents to a product that's very tightly integrated with the SoftPro application. And that's across all SoftPro versions, whether it be the classic versions or the select version or the hosted version. So that's kind of what we've been doing, and that's we're really excited about that release. We've got many webinars coming up. We've had several. I'm searching for the word. I'm just going to use the word collaboration. It seems to be a word of the day. But we've done a lot of collaborating with our customers to see, what works well, what doesn't work well, what they like, what they don't like, and we've really, honed in on a really, really good tight package for release coming up in July.
You heard it here first, folks. He won't give us the exact date, but
I'm July. Anything can happen, but
right.
We're close. Elliott may have some more insight on that, but I'm not sure if his team's working.
Not on the date for that one, but yes, I know it's getting very close. So
Good.
Everyone's very excited about that. Yeah.
One of the things I like to talk to folks about, and you both can kick me under the virtual table here if I should stop talking about this, but I think people should know that SoftPro has a suite of services and solutions beyond just the actual production software. Everything that you guys do with compliance, custom development, and even consulting and training for people that want to know, how to make the most of what they're paying for with you guys. Can you talk about that a little bit and what's available to folks? Because I think a lot of people forget, especially if they're a longtime SoftPro customer, they're probably really happy with what they have, but there's so much that you guys do and offer now that it's probably a good reminder for them.
Yeah, I think one of the things that, one of the services that we introduced, a few years ago were our consulting services. Because many times I'll come across even a current customer, a large operation that's using the software, much more heavily than somebody smaller, but they still don't know what they don't know. So there's always opportunities to leverage more of the application, to do more with the application, maybe take away something they're doing outside of the software because they didn't realize they could do it inside the software. So the consulting services have been a very, very, big deal for us. And it's really kind of taken off and it's gained a lot of traction, even to the point where we have customers that are scheduling these consultations biannually, ahead of time. So they know that, we're going to have a release, we're going to have another release. They want the trainer or the consultant coming in to go over what we've added, what we've changed, what we've updated. And we're seeing a lot more of that, especially for, longer term type customers. The reconciliation service, I mean, I would think we would get awards for that every year. And I think we probably do get some Stevies for it. But at the end of the day, it's best in class. I mean, we're hands-on, we're reconciling hundreds, if not over 1,000 different accounts on a daily and monthly basis. With full reporting and full reporting service and full monitoring services as well. Elliott could probably talk a little bit more to like the technical integrations or the business integrations that we also provide for custom development.
Yeah, definitely. But I'm glad you brought up the recon teams and the consulting, because those are two huge benefactors that I hear often, even from my touching base with customers, that just how much they gain from using those services. So, but from the custom development side, we're really a development team that is here to help either augment your existing development team or group if you have one, or if you don't have one, to be that team for you to help build any integration that you could see being beneficial. We work with you to determine what those requirements are, come up with a cost estimate, and then move forward with that development effort for you, and deliver something that helps improve your workflow. All of the services and products that we offer here at SoftPro really are trying to aim at that, how can we best help you improve your user experience, your workflow, and make you guys more efficient. That's what the consulting team is hugely focused on. Certainly what we are as well. But our 360 integrations, it's the same way. Trying to make everybody as efficient as possible. So
I think that's great. I can't stress enough for our Bowe digital customers, for anybody in the industry to take advantage of that stuff and to think about it, even after whether they are new to SoftPro or been doing it for a long time. There's so much happening. People have to take advantage of all the tools in their toolbox right now, and you guys are definitely a great one for them.
We've been hearing a lot lately from folks about looking for new software solutions right now. What's the biggest thing they should remember in working with SoftPro, versus somebody else in the industry or other industry options?
I mean, I think the advantage that SoftPro affords is, one, our longevity in the market, two, our resources, three, the level of customer service that we provide, not just during the sales process, but after the sales process. I think it's really more of a partnership than, me selling you software and, have a nice day. I mean, it means a lot to me to be able to run into people and actually know who they are. And I think it means a lot to them that I do know who they are, and they recognize me, and they know that they can reach out to any member of the sales team or anyone at SoftPro, and they're going to get help or get assistance or get pointed in the right direction. We're not going to kind of pass the buck, if you will. And then just the feature set, the ability for us to pivot very quickly, to be able to develop and bring to market, tools and services that they need that benefit them, right away, not 2 years down the road or 5 years down the road.
Yeah, for sure. You just mentioned, being able to communicate with people at SoftPro. If somebody wanted to upgrade their software, who should they be in contact with? Or even if they wanted to start as a new customer?
Sure. I mean, they can go about it a couple of different ways. They can just simply call 800-848-0143 and choose the option for sales, or they can email sales@softprocorp.com. If you want to publish my cell phone number, my email address out there, I don't have a problem with it. I mean, it's on my business card, so I expect to get calls.
All right. So we have a release date and his phone number from this call.
Yeah.
Perfect. Wayne, did you have any other questions or anything that you wanted to ask?
No, I think that covers it right now. Heather's right. I see more people than ever that are shopping and wondering, does my current title production software meet my needs? And most of the time, my answer is SoftPro. And if they're already a customer, it's helping them to understand all that they could be doing. And if they're not, it's helping them understand all the things that you both have mentioned today. So I think it's great, and I'm sure that you'll be getting some calls. We'll definitely when we release this, we'll make sure in the notes that we put that information for the 800 number and the sales email so that people can contact you guys for sure.
Yeah, and one thing I didn't mention, or one thing I didn't throw in there, just, my last comment really before your lightning round, but essentially is SoftPro can be deployed on premise, on your servers or in your, managed service, provider environment, or we can host it for you in our Microsoft Azure, environment. So you have some flexibility there if you don't want to deal with back office, servers, updates, backups. We can offer that for you as well. So probably something pretty important I should have mentioned earlier, but that's sidetracked.
I think now Heather's going to enter into some of our lightning round questions that we ask on each of these webinars that are some of the more lighthearted and silly stuff, but people like to know the personal. So Heather, I'll turn it over to you.
Yes, my favorite part of the call. So I just have a couple questions I thought I could ask you guys to wrap this up. First one, will you guys be at Alta One in San Diego this year?
For sure. Looking forward to it.
All right, awesome. And Elliott, I want you answering these as well. Don't let Pat take over on these.
Yep, not a problem.
These are for the both of you. Will you be there as well?
I will not on that one. No.
That's probably why you didn't want to answer. That's sad. What's your guys' favorite sports team?
That's
For
easy.
me, that was
Easy for me. Go ahead, Elliott.
49ers right here.
49ers?
Yep, 49ers.
I was going to say the Buffalo Bills. So
Favorite food?
Tacos.
That's pretty, yeah. I mean, I was probably going to lean towards Western New York pizza.
Very nice. Do you prefer to sit or stand to work?
I'm good with both. In the
I
office,
probably,
yeah,
yeah, I
do both.
probably sit more than I stand, but I walk around a lot.
Cheeseburger or hot dog?
Give me the cheeseburger and fries.
Depends on the hot dog, but I would typically go for cheeseburger.
Do you prefer to text or call?
On the sales side of things, I think calling is a lost art. So I do like to use the phone and I do like to make phone calls. But, personal life, it's all texting.
Yeah, I would agree. For that customer connect, yeah, you can't beat a good phone call. But otherwise, yeah, texting.
Okay, I left the hard ones for the last ones. So you ready for these? Who is your first celebrity crush?
Probably have to go back to Alyssa Milano. That was probably the first one for me. Back on
Man.
Christmas.
I remember that. I'd probably have to go back to like Jacqueline Smith from Charlie's Angels.
Very nice. Is double dipping at a party ever acceptable?
No way. Gross.
Name one of the 7 dwarves.
I'll take Grumpy.
I'll go with Sneezy.
There we go.
Okay, last one. This is the best one I got here.
Okay.
Say "Good day, mate" in an Australian accent.
Good day.
Good day, mate.
Very good, both of you. Very nice job. All right, that's all I have.
It's nice. I think Elliott's the clear winner there for the.
Yeah.
The good day, mate, for sure. Yeah.
That was a pretty good one. Well, thank you guys for being good sports. The lightning round is always just a fun way for us to end it. I know if folks haven't participated, SoftPro has a really great Save You a Seat webinar series, and they do fun things at the end, like share recipes and all kinds of stuff. So make sure that you're using all the resources at your disposal. We talked a lot about the tools that SoftPro offers today. There's also tools beyond the actual production and the software piece. Like I said, the webinar series that they have a blog. There's lots of content that you can be using in your marketing and communications too. And so I encourage you to use all of those different things and to email us or Pat or Elliott if you guys have questions about any of that stuff. Anything else you guys want to add before we sign off here today?
No, just thank you so much for the time and the opportunity and the fun. Appreciate it.
Yeah, I did all that. Thank you very much for the time. Appreciate the opportunity to share our information with you.
Thank you guys so much, and thank you, Heather, as always. And we'll see you guys next month for our next full package webinar series with our hosts from Housing Wire. Have a great rest of your month.
Thanks, everybody. Take care.
Thanks.